Now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about equilibrium particles, moment and couple, Vargnan's theorem. Okay. We are going to discuss today. So the last two classes we discussed about uh, numerical problems on equilibrium of that is resultant of two forces and resultant of more than two forces we discussed. For two forces, we have used a parallelogram. Okay, R equal to square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. And alpha equal to tan inverse of that is F2 sin theta divided by F1 plus F2 cos theta. If more than two forces acting, we have resultant formula R equal to square root of summation of H squared plus summation of V squared. And the alpha resultant direction tan inverse of summation of V divided by summation of H. Today we are going to discuss equilibrium particles, moment and couple, Vargnan's theorem. Okay. So equilibrium means, students already I just now explained, the equilibrium means body must be in stable, in rest. Maybe see the look the fan is rotating. The fan is rotating means it is a dynamic equilibrium, constantly rotating. If the table is resting on the floor, so we get say equilibrium. Okay, we are sitting on the chair is not moving, is equilibrium. When you have to say equilibrium, if the resultant of a number of forces acting on a particle is zero. So in this unit we are discussing particle. What is particle? It is a infinitely small amount of a rigid body is called particle. Particle does not have any shape and size. It has only a mass only. Okay. So the particle means all forces touching at a point. The particle denotation we have to denote as a point. When you have to say the particle equilibrium, the resultant force is must be zero. Is called equilibrium. But see the diagram. The first diagram, two forces acting, 10 Newton, 20 Newton. What is the resultant? 20 plus 10, 30 Newton. So this body is moving. Understand the body is the car is moving. Sometime here, the left side 20 to the body, left side 20 Newton acting, right side 40 Newton acting. What is the resultant? 40 minus 20. The body is moving. Now see here, 25 Newton, left side, 25 Newton, right side. Therefore, 25 minus 25, 0. Now the body is equilibrium. Rest condition. The previous also equilibrium, but it is moving. We are studying statics. You have to consider the resultant force equal to 0. We have to say equilibrium. Vikram, sir, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see here, this figure. See this picture. Three forces equal three direction. Understand? Three direction, 15 Newton, 15 Newton, 15 Newton. Angle between two and all the forces 120, 120. Can you say it is equilibrium or not? Can you say?
Yes, sir.
Because all
Yes,
the
sir.
all the three direction equal forces equal. So you have to say this is equilibrium. This is called equilibrium. Equilibrium. See, when we see the chair is already rest. When we are sitting on the chair, again the chair also rest. We have to say equilibrium. Okay, the fan is now the fan is stable. We have to say is a static equilibrium. Understand the fan is not switched on, is static equilibrium. When fan switched on, we have to say dynamic equilibrium. We discussed dynamic equilibrium in the fifth unit. So we are discussing statics, steady of the body rest condition. When you have to say steady the body is equilibrium, resultant force must be zero. Okay. Now see this diagram. See the upward 50 Newton, downward 50 Newton. So plus 50 minus 50, 0. Right side 30 Newton, positive x plus. Left side, this is equilibrium. See equilibrium examples. Two different force acting, but the body is in equilibrium. Asaj, are you understand?
Yes,
Kaviraja, are you joined?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see this picture. Left side 75, plus 75. Right side, left side minus 75. Right side plus 75. Therefore, some 75 minus 75, 0. So this we have to say this is equilibrium. See, these two objects are at equilibrium since the forces are balanced. However, the force is not equal, but the direction based on the direction it is stable. Okay. So resultant must be 0. We have to say equilibrium. Mathematically, this is the equation. Students, when now writing, we are discussing particle in two dimensions. Understand? We are discussing particle in two dimensions. So 2 dimensions means x and y or h and y, h and v. When resultant must be 0, horizontal force must be equal to 0, vertical force must be equal to 0. Then only resultant 0. This is the equilibrium equation for statics of particle in 2 dimensions. Coplanar forces acting on a particle. When therefore equilibrium equation equal to summation of h equal to 0. Summation of h means adding all horizontal forces equal to 0. Summation of v means adding all vertical component force equal to 0. Or simply you have to say r equal to 0. When resultant 0, we know resultant formula, no, square root of summation of h square plus summation of v square. So the summation of h must be 0, summation of v must be 0, then only the resultant 0. Very important 2 more questions. Write the equilibrium equation for statics of particles in 2 dimensions. Equilibrium equation for particle in 2 dimensions. Or write the equilibrium equation for coplanar forces in 2 dimensions. Summation of h or summation of fx equal to 0. Summation of v or summation of fy equal to 0. See, we can represent summation of h, sometimes summation of fx also. I told you summation of fx means adding all horizontal forces, that is x direction forces. Summation of fy means adding all y direction forces. Or simply we can write summation of v. Okay. Now see here. See, this diagram I explained already. For see the first picture, the two forces acting. Understand? 10 Newton, 20 Newton. So what is the resultant force? 30 Newton. What is the equilibrium condition? Resultant force must be 0. Understand? When resultant force must be 0, we have to say this equilibrium, a rest condition. Kaviraja, the resultant force 30 Newton acting. Suppose I want to make a equilibrium for this first picture, resultant. What I should do? Tell me.
Sir, once repeat again, sir.
See the first picture, two forces acting, 10 Newton, 20 Newton. What is the
Yes, sir.
resultant force? Well, about
13.
13. But what is our equilibrium statement? The resultant force must be 0. Understand?
0. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But here resultant force acting. Suppose I want this body bring to equilibrium. What should I do on this picture, on the resultant picture?
Third force maybe act on.
Tell me.
Third force should be act on.
Okay, your voice is breaking. Viknesh, can you tell me?
Add 10 Newton, sir. Equal 20 means, sir, equal.
See, 10 Newton acting, 20 Newton acting, we found resultant. Okay. What is equilibrium statement? Resultant force must be 0. Here
Zero.
resultant is not equal to 0. Understand? The 30 Newton resultant is not body. Now I want to bring this body in rest condition. Therefore, what should I do on this picture now?
Add 10 Newton, sir.
See the result. See how to see the resultant picture. Yeah. Don't see the A picture. Yeah, the left side picture.
Okay, sir.
What should I do? Tell me now.
30 Newton equal amount.
Which side I should apply? Which side I should apply?
Left side, sir.
Exactly. Very good. Excellent.
Sir.
That is called equiparent. See here, the same picture, but the resultant is not equal to 0. So I adding the same resultant force the left side. Now is equilibrium. Understand? This is called equiparent. The R dash. I put an R dash. No, R dash means equiparent. The force which bring the set of forces in equilibrium is called equiparent. Understand? Azaj, are you understand, Azaj?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Resultant must be 0. Then only we have to say the body is equilibrium. In this first picture, the resultant force 30, but there is no equilibrium. So what I should do? I am applying same amount of resultant in the left side, R dash. That R dash name is called equiparent. Understand? R dash name meaning is called equiparent. Very important 2 mark question. The equiparent is equal to the resultant force in magnetic but opposite direction. You see the second picture. 40 minus 20. So 20 is acting right side. So I want to bring the body in rest. So what I should do? I adding 20 in the left side. That 20 Newton means the equiparent, red color. Equiparent. Equiparent is equal to resultant force in magnetic but opposite direction. The third force no need, because see the third picture already is 0 resultant. No. Kaviraja?
Yes, sir.
Teresa, are you hearing me? Teresa Cherin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If the resultant is not equal to 0, the body is moving. But if the resultant must be 0, I am adding the same resultant in opposite direction. That resultant is called equiparent. Understand? Equiparent. So we discussed what is equilibrium. Then when the resultant 0, we have to say equilibrium. Then equilibrium equation, this is the equation. Understand? You must remember this equation. I will ask you later. Summation of H means adding all horizontal force equal to 0. Summation of V means all vertical force equal to 0. Okay. Now action and reaction. Now action. Already we know Newton third law. There is every action and but opposite equal reaction. You see the left side first big picture. The one big ball, shot put ball. No, when you're studying in the school, there is a shot put ball, round ball is there. Is resting on the surface. Understand? The ball is resting at a surface. So there is a contact. That contact point I taking A. There is a contact. The contact point I take is A. So the ball is action. Students understand? The ball is action on surface. So surface means reacting. Surface means reacting. The chair is action. The floor is reaction, like that. So we know every ball having weight, no? Every ball, every body having weight. Every chair having weight. Every table having weight. What is the weight? Weight is acting towards gravitation, earth. That's why I put see the capital W, vertical downward. Vertical downward. The weight, the W means weight. Weight of the ball. Okay. So the surface must react as per Newton third law. So the reaction always normal 90 degree with respect to contact surface. Understand? That's why I put the perpendicular RA. Asaj, are you understand this one? Action reaction.
Sir.
So action means the ball weight. Ball weight is acting on the surface. So ball is action. So weight, generally we know weight is acting towards center of the earth. That's why vertical downward direction, the block line, weight. So the reaction must be opposite direction. That's why upward, RA. What is R? Reaction. See, be careful here. R means reaction. A means at contact point. This is called action reaction. Teresa, are you got? Are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see this picture. Now the ball is resting both on surface and vertical wall. Understand? Two places. The ball is resting on horizontal surface and vertical surface. Therefore, how many reactions here? Class representative, how many reactions there here?
Sir,
Hmm.
3 forces are acting. So 2 forces, sir.
See left side. I see the first left side diagram. The ball is
Yeah.
resting on at touching on the vertical wall and the surface. Understand? So the
Yes,
ball
sir.
is contact at 2 points, A and B. Okay.
Yes.
So this action, the ball is acted at A and B. So the what is action? Weight. That is weight is acting generally vertical downward. Understand? Weight is acting vertical downward. Therefore, it touching on the surface. No. That's why the opposite. The RB is go opposite. RE opposite direction. Kaviraja, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Why RE upward? Tell me. Why RE upward? Reaction at A. RA means reaction at A. Why RE upward? Vignesh?
Yes, sir.
Why RE acting upward direction? RE reaction at A.
Uh,
As per Newton third law. Okay. As per Newton third law. Ball is touching on A, therefore reacting. That's why I put a upward direction. Similarly, RB, the ball is goes touching on the left side, therefore reaction right side, like that. So students understand, action is one side, the reaction is opposite side. A ball is acting at the contact at A. So the ball is touching on the vertical downward, therefore reaction vertical upward. The ball is touching on the vertical wall in the left side, the reaction right side. Teresa, are you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See the ball is resting on the inclined surface. Understand, the surface is inclined, but the reaction always, see one thing remember students, reaction always 90 degree to the contact surfaces. Be minded, be understand, reaction must be always 90 degree with respect to the contact surfaces. See the previous diagram, I draw perpendicularly 90 degree, but I did not mark it here. But see, look like a here, perpendicularly. Any reaction at any surface, with respect that surface only 90 degrees. See, the surface inclined. That's why I put it in the arrow mark also inclined, RA. Okay. So we discussed action reaction. Action means the body. So the every body having weight. That's why I put vertical down. W means vertical downward. Always take any body weight acting vertical downward. Okay. So it is touching on that point. Therefore reaction develop. See, this concept, a very important concept. While solving the problem, I will ask you action and reaction. Okay. This two ball. One ball is the ball 1 and ball 2, a spherical ball. The one ball is resting on at the vertical wall and resting at another ball. The ball 2 is resting on a ground surface. Now see the first ball diagram. The upper side, no, first ball diagram. The first ball touching. So first ball can wait, no, vertical downward. I marked vertical downward. Why I putting REA? Because the ball is touching on the left side. Therefore reaction right side, REA. Similarly, the ball 1 is touching on the ball 2. So the ball touching on left side, that is inclined side. Therefore reaction opposite, RC here, RC reaction. Similarly, you take out the ball 2. Now take out ball 2. The ball 2 is not touching at B and touching at C. So the ball having weight, no, it's a vertical downward. So touching at B, therefore reacting, RB upward. I did not mark it here, RB upward. Similarly, the ball 2 is touching on ball C. So the ball touching on inclined left side. Therefore reaction also the right side here, the inclined. Students understand? Teresa, are you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you take out each ball and where this ball touching. Touching means the reaction is opposite direction. Just to mind it. You have to mind which is action, which is reaction. Okay, if consider ball 2 is action, is touching B and touching C. Therefore reaction developed at C at B. Reaction always opposite direction. So I put it here. Ball is the vertical. The ball is touching on B. Therefore reaction upward. The ball touching on C. Therefore opposite RC. Okay. Then now see here. A weight is hanging from roof. Like some bulb is hanging. With rope we are hanging. No. So the weight is acting downward. Okay. What is why I put a T? Teresa, tell me why I put a T here.
So because of Newton's third law.
Why I did not write reaction? Why I have written T? Weakness, can you explain? What is T? Tell me, what is T?
Torsional.
Class representative, what is T?
Torsional force.
Tension means tension. See, if your rope is tying, no, we are pulling rope. What is we have to show? Tension. See, in the previous I put reaction. See, when the body is contact only reaction. Students understand? When body is contact only, we have to say reaction. But if the body is hanging, no, we are pulling any. See, sometimes we are rope is tying on the wall and pulling, no. So we have to say tension. Students understand? What is TD? What is T means? Picnic?
Sir?
What is T?
Tension.
Why tension is upward? See, the weight is acting downward, yeah. Therefore, tension must be
Upward, sir.
yeah. That's all. The rope is hanging, no. Understand?
Sir.
Okay. See, the reaction only when body is contacted, the reaction acting opposite direction. Similarly, the tension also when you take out the ball. See, the ball is hanging. I take out the ball outside separately. So the ball weight downward. Therefore, tension in the rope upward. So when the rope is there, you have to say tension. Whenever rope is there, they have to say right tension. When body touching only reaction RA here, RA, RB, RC. Okay. So W means weight. What is the weight? Mass into acceleration gravity. You have W equal to M into G. What is W? Say W also weight. It's unit Newton. Understand? W N means Newton. What is M? Mass kilogram. What is G? Meter per second square. 9.81. So I work out to right here. G equal to 9. I write only unit. But G value 9.81 meter per second square. See, whenever mass is given, you have to write weight equal to mass into gravity. So suppose 5 kg given. So 5 kg into 9.81. Students understand? Here I forgot, right? So it's G equal to 9.81 meter per second square. See, R equal to reaction. Here we are taking R equal to reaction. Reaction also force. Understand? Reaction also force. Tension also force. So unit is Newton. Nivedha, you understand? Nivedha, are you hearing me? Class rep, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Are you got?
Yes, I got it, sir.
Okay. So the previous 2 classes we are as a resultant. See, that is over now. Now we are doing this topic. Now come to this one. That's why I told you how to use your brain and mind. Here R means reaction. Y your reaction is a contact. Y is tension. N is hanging. N is pulling in a rope. No, you have to say tension. So what is weight? Weight equal to mass into gravity. Mass we know kg. G means 9.81 meter per second square. Okay. Now Lami's theorem. Asaj, can you read this statement? Asaj?
It's Lami's theorem states that if three coplanar forces acting at a point B in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other.
Teresa, can you read the statement? Teresa?
Yes, sir. It states that if three coplanar forces acting at a point be in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two.
Yeah. Only 3 forces acting at a particle. See here. At the point O, 3 forces. F1, F2, F3. If 3 coplanar forces acting at a point in equilibrium, then each force is directly proportional to the sine of angle by other 2 forces. See here, I take as a point O, particle. 3 forces, F1, F2, F3. The F1 opposite alpha. See the green color. F1 force opposite alpha. F2 opposite angle beta. F3 opposite angle gamma. As per law, therefore F1 divided by sine alpha equal to F2 divided by sine beta equal to F3 divided by sine gamma. It says that if 3 forces acting at a point in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between other 2. See here, F1. And the other angle between F2 and F3. Therefore, F1 divided by sine alpha. The equal to F2 divided by sine beta. F3 divided by sine gamma. This is the Lami's theorem. Okay. We know circle 360 degree, no? Circle 360 degree. That's why alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to 360 degree. This is a statement. So another explanation. If 3 forces, F1, F2, F3, coplanar. So what is coplanar? XY axis. The forces lying in XY direction only. That is called coplanar. Non-collinear, not in acting a line. Okay, not a single line. Collinear means all the forces lying a single line. Yeah, non-collinear. Concurrent, yeah, all forces meeting at a single point. See, meeting at a O point. Concurrent. Concurrent means all forces meeting at a single point. Then static equilibrium. When you have to say this equilibrium, that is the formula. F1 divided by sine alpha, F2 divided by sine beta, F3 divided by sine gamma. Vikram, sir, you understand?
Yes, sir.
So you have to remember this formula. I am asking. I will ask you when 3 forces acting. You see this equilibrium. Only equilibrium you get this statement for correct. When rest only it is correct. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Raja, are you there? Raja? Kavi Raja?
Yes, sir.
Are you following with me?
Yes, sir.
What do you discussed just now? Tell me.
Sir, coplanar forces, sir.
No.
The
Lami's theorem.
theorem.
Lami's theorem.
Lami's
Yeah.
theorem.
See, don't make confused. Lami's theorem. What is Lami's theorem? If 3 forces acting at a particle are in equilibrium, then each force is directly proportional to the angle between other 2 forces. See here, I have marked it 3 forces at O acting. The F1 is sine of other angle between other 2 forces alpha. F2 angle between other 2 forces F1, F3 are beta. See here the F3 angle between, therefore F3 opposite in between F1, F2 gamma. As per law, F1 divided by sine opposite angle alpha. Therefore F1 divided by sine alpha. F2 opposite angle beta. Therefore F2 divided by sine beta. F3 opposite gamma. F3. So we know alpha plus gamma, beta plus gamma equal to 360. How? 360. You know, circle 360, you know, like that. Okay. Next, moment of a force. Teresa, can you read the statement? Teresa? Serene, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the statement?
A moment of a force. It is a turning effect produced by a force on the body on which it acts. The moment of a force is equal to the product of the force and the perpendicular distance of the point about which the moment is required and the line of action of the force.
Yeah, moment of a force means turning effect. It is a turning effect produced by a force on the body on which it acts. The moment of force is equal to the product of force and the perpendicular distance of the point about which the moment is required, then the line of action of force. See, understand the diagram. See here. Here one beam is there. One the line. I marked O. From O to take one bar. Take one steel bar. Okay. I apply force at the end. Okay. The distance between the force applied and point O, L. What is moment? The rotation, turning effect. No, you see the turning effect, rotation. Therefore, what is the moment? With respect to O, M equal to F into L or P into L. So students understand what is a moment? It is a turning effect of force. Therefore, mathematically, the moment equal to M equal to force into perpendicular distance. Students understand force into perpendicular distance. See here, the force is perpendicular with respect point O. Therefore, M equal to P into L. Or sometimes we can replace F, force into L. P is force acting on the body. L is perpendicular distance between the point about which moment is required. Students understand whenever you are taking moment, you have to write with respect to reference point. Here O is the reference point. That's why I have written capital F absolute O. That means moment about O. Understand? Students, clearly I will ask you later. Whenever taking moment, you have to say with respect to reference point. Your reference point O. Therefore, what is your moment? Turning effect. What is turning effect? Rotational. That mathematically F into L. Okay. See the force Newton. Understand? Force we may Newton. Distance meter. So what is the unit? Newton meter. Students, once again repeating, you must know all the quantity units. Okay. Here moment is force in distance. So distance meter and force Newton. Therefore unit Newton meter. Okay. Viknesh, sir, understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The unit. So the unit is, since the moment of force is a product of force and distance. This definition, simple definition. Moment of force is product of force and perpendicular distance. What is the force into Newton? Distance in meter. Therefore, unit Newton meter. Sometimes we can represent kilonewton meter. Sometimes we can represent Newton mm. Sometimes we can represent Newton centimeter, like that. What are distance given? Reference it. These are two types of moments: clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moment. Students understand? Moment means it is a turning effect produced by the force on the body on which acts. The clockwise moment, anti-clockwise moments. See here, in our watch, clockwise. So the force is going in downward. So clockwise, F into L, clockwise. Here anti-clockwise. See here, the F is upward. So with respect to O, what is the moment? The force in distance. This is anti-clockwise. Class repair, understand? What is a clockwise, anti-clockwise?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just you put your thumb finger on the O and F and the index finger on F, you just rotated. See here, clockwise. Here anti-clockwise. Sir, what is the difference, sir? That is a sign symbol. Understand? Very, very important, students. Clockwise moment, it take as a positive value. Understand? Positive value. Anti-clockwise moment take as a negative value. Be careful. That's why very, very important. Whenever you taking moment, you have to consider whether clockwise or anti-clockwise. Clockwise moment take as a positive, anti-clockwise moment negative. See this example. See here, one spanner. We are rotating, so we are applying force. Understand? We are applying force, some distance. What is the distance? D. Okay. Therefore, moment is acting. That body. The body is that is a moment. Moment equal to F into D. Moment of force is a measure of the tendency of the force produce the rotation of your body about a point or axis. This is the example. That same definition example. See here, one nut and bolt. Nut is there. No, here nut is there. Say we want to lose the nut, so we are rotating. Bolt and nut. No, we are rotating. F into D. This is application of moments. Sometimes you are doing the handbar also moment. We are rotating. Wheel rotating. Okay. Moment. When the door open, we are rotating. we are rotating. That is called a moment. Force into distance. Then couple. Class rep, can you read the statement? Class representative. Couple.
Yes, sir. Couple. A pair of two equal and unlike parallel forces, that is, forces equal in magnitude with lines of action parallel to each other and acting in opposite directions, is also known as a couple.
Yeah. Two forces, unlike parallel forces. Two forces acting in opposite direction and separated by some distance is called a couple. I will show the examples. See here. When lock, we are rotating. Okay. When the key is inserted, see here, couple is unable to produce a transitive motion. It produces motion of your rotational body on which acts. The simplest example of couple is the force applied to the key of a lock. With the when the way locking or unlocking. This is the best example couple. Okay. So couple means two equal force. This is a correct exact definition. The two equal force here, F is upward, same F action downward. Some distance separated by some distance. We have to say this is called couple. The D means arm of the couple. The arm of the couple, D means arm of the couple. Perpendicular distance A or D. Here D I mention or A. Between the line of action, two forces, two equal force, opposite direction. Okay. The perpendicular distance between the lines of action of two equal and opposite parallel forces called arm of couple. Two equal forces acting opposite direction, and the distance is called arm of couple. Couple means two equal force acting opposite directions and separated by some distance is called couple. This is also couple. The arm of the couple means the distance. D is called arm of the couple. So therefore, moment of a couple. Moment of the couple equal to F into D or P into D. See, we can represent force in terms of P anything. Here I represent P or F. You can take as a P, F. Here I mentioned the F, but here I written P. The P means also force. So moment of couple equal to P into D. So moment of a couple is product of the force. Okay. And the arm of the couple is product of moment of a couple. What is couple? Two equal force acting opposite directions. Understand? Two equal force acting opposite direction is called couple. Couple example, this is the example. What is arm of the couple? The distance between two equal opposite forces. That is called arm of the couple. What is the moment of the couple? The force in distance is called a moment of a couple. Okay. See here, there is a two couples. Clockwise couple, anti-clockwise couple. See, moment means only force in distance. Students don't get confused. Moment means force into distance only. Understand? Couple means two equal forces, same force acting at two different, the same body on two different places. See here, the P is acting upward. Are same P acting down at point B. The A means arm of the couple. This is clockwise couple. See here, clockwise. Now this is anti-clockwise. Class paper, understand? Clockwise couple, anti-clockwise couple.
Yes.
What is couple?
Yes, sir.
Two equal force acting opposite
equal
direction
forces.
and separated by some distance. Understand? Couple means two equal force acting opposite direction and separated by some distance is called couple. There is two couple, clockwise couple, anti-clockwise couple. Sir, what is the meaning, sir? Yesterday, previously I told you, take clockwise couple is positive, anti-clockwise couple means negative. How do you take the value? The P into A, the previous like what is the moment of couple? P into D or P into A. See, the A means arm of the couple. Okay. Now, last theorem. Asaj, can you read this this theorem, today topic? Asaj?
Principles of momentum. That is the number of Fokker are actually
Viknesh, can you read? Your voice is breaking. Viknesh, can you read? Viknesh?
Yes, sir. It states if a number of coplanar forces are acting simultaneously on a particle, the algebraic sum of the momentum of all the forces about any point is equal to the momentum of the resultant force about the same point.
Okay. So, Originan's theorem or theorem of moments or law of moments. Okay, very important 2 more questions. It states that if a number of coplanar force acting at simultaneously on a particle, understand, on a particle is a dot. Number of forces acting on a particle, then algebraic sum of the moment of all the force about any point is equal to moment of the resultant force about the same point. See, simply remember the resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. What is moment? Force in distance. What is moment? Force in distance. This statement says the resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment is called Vargnan's theorem. Okay, here, see here. See the point A. See the diagram. Point A, two force acting, no? F1, F2. So I replaced F1, F2 resultant R. Understand? The blue color. I replaced F1 into F2 resultant. So I'm taking with respect to O. Therefore, a moment with respect to O, the resultant force R into R. R means resultant. Our resultant, what is the moment? The force into distance of R into R. Okay. That R into R equal to summation of individual force moment. That is R into F1 plus R into F2. See, simply how to understand, it states that the resultant force moment about any point is equal to summation of individual force moment about the same point is called resultant. Students, here at A, two forces acting, F1, F2. I replaced F1, F2, the resultant R. Now I am taking moment with respect to O. I previously told you, whenever taking moment, you always represent the reference point, here O. So I'm taking moment with respect to for resultant force only. Understand? For resultant force. What is the moment force in distance? Therefore, R into capital R, resultant into small r. R means distance. Therefore, this is resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. See this equation. R into F1 plus R into F2. This is called Vargnan's theorem. Students understand, Teresa? Are you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Can you read this slide?
Vargnan's principle of momentum, also known as Vargnan's theorem. Momentum of a force about a point is equal to the sum of the moments of the forces components about the point.
Yeah. See, here at A, two forces acting. I replaced a single force. That is called a resultant. The blue color mark I marked R. Okay. Now I'm taking a moment with respect to O, resultant force moment. Okay. R into R. That is resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. What is summation individual force moment? R into F1 plus R into F2. So I should have written here that R into capital R equal to R into F1 plus R into F2. That is correct. Here I missed. Okay. Students, are you understand what is this theorem? Law of moments? Class representative?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain? What is this theorem? Can you explain?
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
So I should explain this formula or the theorem, sir?
Both theorem and formula.
Okay, sir. So the Vargnan's theorem means
Resultant force moment equal to resultant force moment equal to summation of individual forces moment. That is a resultant. That is the theorem. Okay. For your understanding, here, see here, for your understanding, I am taking at point A, two forces acting. That point A, the distance from O equal to R. Understand? The particle A, distance from O, I am taking small r distance. At A, the particle A subject to two forces, F1, F2. Now replaced F1, F2 replaced with a single force. That is the resultant force. What is the state in the theorem state that resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment. What is the resultant force moment? R into R. Okay, equal to summation of individual force moment. R into F1 plus R into F2. Students, are you understand?
Yes, sir.
Ajaj Mohammed, are you understand?
Yes.
Kavi Raja? Kavi
Yes,
Raja? Are you
Yes,
understand?
sir.
Your voice sometimes breaking. That's why I did not ask you. Viknesh, are you understand? Viknesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today, what we discuss, very important topic. Students, very, very important topic for this engineering mechanics subject. Very, very important topic we discussed today. What we started about, what is equilibrium particles. What is equilibrium particle? Resultant must be zero acting on the body. What is the mathematical equation? Summation fx equal to 0, summation fy equal to 0, summation h equal to 0, summation v equal to 0. Or resultant 0. If the resultant not equal to 0, we have to add resultant value. That resultant is called equiparent for bringing the body in equilibrium. See here, the resultant not equal to 0. Therefore, I am applying the resultant force opposite direction to bring the body in equilibrium. That R is called equiparent. Equiparent. R dash. Now we discussed action reaction. Every action equal to opposite reaction. The R means here reaction at A. Okay. So I have given examples. Then we start that the tension. Whenever hanging, you have to say tension. Students, whenever anybody hanging, you have to say tension. Then we started about the weight. Weight equal to mass into gravity. Okay, gravity 9.81 meter per second square. Then we started Lami's theorem. Three forces acting at a point O. Then each force is sine of angle between other two forces. F1 divided by sine alpha equal to F2 divided by sine beta equal to F3 divided by sine gamma. You know, circle 360 degree like that, alpha plus beta plus gamma 360. Then we started about the moment of force, turning effect of produced by force. Mathematically, force into perpendicular distance. Whenever they say moment, you have to say with respect to reference point. Here O is reference point. There is two types of moments: clockwise moment, anti-clockwise moment. Clockwise moment is positive, force into distance clockwise. Anti-clockwise moment negative, the sign comes negative. This is called example for moment of force. Then we started about a couple. What is couple? A pair of two equal and unlike parallel forces and separated by some distance is called a couple. For example, the key is opening no lock. This is called couple example. There is a two types. Arm of the couple means the distance between two equal and opposite forces. Distance called arm of the couple. Very important 2 mark question. Then we started. What is the moment of a couple? The force into distance. F into D. Then there is two types of couples: clockwise couple, anti-clockwise couple. You see the diagram. Clockwise, anti-clockwise couple. Then we started about Vargnan's theorem. What is Vargnan's theorem? State that if the resultant force is resultant force moment equal to summation of individual force moment is called law of moment. I give an examples. Students, are you understand this one? This concept today classes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.